dare not go on again.
But then I go on again.
Because you asked me to.
Some days I look down, afraid I will fall. And though the sun shines, I see nothing at all. Then I hear sweet voice, up, coming and go, telling me softly, you love me so. The peaceful valley, just over the mountain. The peaceful valley, you come to know. I may never get there, ever in this lifetime, but sooner or later, it's there I will go. Sooner or later, it's
You guys are obviously here today because you accomplished a major goal that only 3,000 other kids in the city accomplished during their freshman kids accomplished and obtained perfect attendance during September and October. So give yourselves a round of applause for that. I guess I should have introduced myself. My name's Shane Dowd. I'm actually, I help run the program for the mayor in the Mayor's Office of Education. I want to kick it off first with Erla Joseph. Erla Joseph is in our Philly Goes to College office, and I know that she wants to say a few words about the importance of all of you thinking about, even this early, going to college, making the right choices, and staying on the path that you all currently are on to get into college. So give a round of applause for Erla Joseph, everyone.
Hi, everyone. My name is Erla Joseph. I work in the Mayor's Office of Education in the Philly Goes to College office. Please stop by anytime you like. We help anybody in the city of Philadelphia want to go to college. We help them with their college applications, search for scholarships, and direct them into the right organizations that they may need help with. First, I want to start off by congratulating everyone that's here for being selected to be part of the Mayor's VIP, and also having perfect attendance. That's a huge success, and it's very hard to do. So give yourselves a round of applause again. Okay? It's hard to keep up with it. So first, I want to find out who's in here. So raise your hand if you are going to college. Yeah. That's great. That's great to hear. Can anybody shout out some names of some colleges they might be interested in? Villanova, Georgetown, Temple. I'm a Temple alum. What else? Harvard? Howard. Harvard's not bad either. Drexel University. Okay. Penn State. Okay, so I hear a lot of different variety of colleges. That's great. I hope you guys start looking into these colleges and maybe take a tour of it and an open house of the college as well. And start really seeing yourself in college and getting a college mindset. So I want to talk about 3 important reasons why college is important. 3 reasons why college is important. Besides the obvious of jobs and benefits, I came up with 3 reasons that I think a lot of people look past or may not talk about as much. And that first reason is experience. Experience itself is a great reason for you to want to go to college. It plays a big part in the transformation process of a teenager, so that's you guys, into an adult. When you go away to college, especially if you go out of state, maybe away from your family, you get that sense of independence. You get to meet a lot of different people from different diversities. You get to check out the party life, the football games, just the college scene overall, staying on college campus, and just being by yourself, being on your own for the first time in your life is a big deal. It's a one-in-a-lifetime experience. So I definitely argue that that's one of the most important reasons why college is important. Another reason I would say is learn. You learn so much while you're in college. Besides street smarts and learning things outside of school, in college you get to learn a variety of different things, especially if you go to a liberal arts university such as Temple. Just putting that out there. You get to take classes in so many different things like philosophy, African American studies, biology, physiology, so many different classes that you could take and learn an abundance of different things. Last but not least, personal satisfaction. I know when I graduated college, it was the best thing I've ever did in my life. Just walking down the aisle and knowing that I have a diploma and knowing that I have so many different opportunities now because I have this degree was very rewarding to me. So as you see, just being here for perfect attendance and being a part of this Mayor's VIP is very rewarding to you. Just imagine, when you go to college and get your college degree. That's even more rewarding. So I definitely want you guys to stay on the right path that you're on and take it day by day. Go to college, get those good grades, graduate, and you will definitely feel rewarded as you are today. So one more time, I'm going to give you guys a round of applause to yourselves for doing such a great job. So keep up the good work in school, guys. So remember, visit the Philly Goes to College office. We're located right in City Hall, 115. Thank you. I forgot to introduce the next speaker. Now I'd like to bring to the stage someone else who would like to talk to you a lot about college. His name is Mubarak Lawrence. Thanks.
How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing today? This is a joyous occasion, right? Parents, you're here honoring your student, your child. Students, you're here being honored. So let me just start off a little bit about myself. My name is Mubarak Lawrence. I was one of the first people in my family to graduate college. Yeah. Thank you. And the road was not easy. The road is never easy. You adults in here, you guys have the key to the knowledge. You guys have the experience. We know as youth, we think we know everything. We're not scared of anything, and we have that YOLO mentality, always. And when you see events like this where we're honoring students for perfect attendance, this means they are breaking the status quo. The dropout rate is above 50%, and it usually starts in 9th grade. Today, we are honoring 9th graders who have come to school perfect attendance. How many of us are pushing our kids to do above and beyond what they are asked to do? And this is what we need. This is the type of environment we want our kids to be in. These are the type of environments we want to nurture them in. But at the same time, these are the type of environments that we want to be in, where we see our family members, our friends being honored for great things. Today, we don't have that. You could turn on the TV, you could turn on the radio. A lot of the kids don't see these positive influences in their lives. And doing the right thing is never the cool thing. So us as adults, us as parents, we have to nurture our children who want to succeed. Now, I work with an organization called Rising Sons, and pretty much what our organization does is work with males 18 to 28 and prepares them professionally and personal and professional development through civic engagement. And what that means is we use our community to make ourselves better. A lot of our children can't get jobs. A lot of our young adults can't get jobs, mainly because they don't have the experience, mainly because they don't have the work ethic. But who's in the community showing them how to use these skills, how to tap into the human capital themselves? Now, we must use days like this to bring forth more value in our students' education. Just showing up isn't enough anymore. Just showing up isn't enough anymore. Because as we saw with the recent election, just showing up sometimes can, turn into a cat fight, a dog fight, So a lot of our students have to understand that the world is bigger than Philadelphia. The world is bigger than Central High School, Northeast, Ben Franklin, all of these schools that our students find themselves in competing with other students. The world, that is their challenge. Becoming someone within the world and a successful human being. And I challenge you parents to challenge your child. Challenge them to be better than you, greater than you. Because I know there will be something in you that'll spark. I graduated, as I said, I was the first person from my family to graduate college. My mother just recently graduated with a bachelor's degree. Only 1 year after me. So not only did I challenge her to be better, but she went and exceeded expectation that she had for herself. But she made sure I did it first. As a parent, as an adult, are you willing to see your child reach those milestones you haven't reached yet? And allow yourself to be that foundation they can stand on. I still stand on my mother's shoulders, college degree or not, because she knew what was best for me and she wanted to see that happen. Perfect attendance is just showing up, but being great is doing what is asked of you. And that's what I want a lot of you guys to go home with today. When you go back into school tomorrow, when you go back into the workplace, are you doing what is asked of you? Or are you exceeding expectations? Because we all can go to work and do what is asked of us, but most of us need to be here. Most of us need to be in environments like this where we see our peers doing great, and we want great things for ourselves. Now to you young people, college, careers, you're gonna hear a lot of this over the 4 years. You're just ninth graders. I want you to understand this. You can do anything you put your mind to. I know it's cliche, you'll hear it 1,000 and 1,000,000 times. But let me tell you this. The more you let people tell you you can't do anything, the more you will never know your full potential. You will never get out and say, you know what, I can be a doctor, I can be an inventor. A little lesson for you, if you read those history books about the George Washingtons and Abraham Lincolns, they were 17, 20s, they were young men and women changing the world. The youth are the movers and shakers of society. In any history you've ever read, the youth are the ones that move society forward into the future. So if you allow your peers, if you allow yourself to be influenced by the negative trends and those negative stereotypes that haunt us all, then we will never reach our full greatness. And as a community, Philadelphia is one of the most diverse cities I've ever seen. I actually work at Abraham Lincoln High School, which is one of the most diverse schools I've ever seen. We must play to our diversity. We all bring something different to the table. We must not prejudge each other just because they're young, or they're older, or they live in this part of the city, or they go to this school. We all have something great to contribute to what it is the world. And our youth need to be reminded of that on a daily basis. that they are great, they can be greater than anyone else, and we want them to be great. So I know we're honoring them today to be mayor's VIPs, but they're always going to be VIPs to us. Those ones taking care of them every day, the ones that want to see them succeed. So students, want more for yourself. Parents, push them to want more for themselves, but also push yourself. Push yourself. Because the main thing is, parents, it's harder now. It's harder now. And I'm not going to say it's easier than it was 50 years ago to raise kids, because we have kids that are raising themselves. We have economic times that calls for you to work those 2 jobs, that calls for you to not be around as much. I understand it. My mother was a single mom, raising a man by herself. I understand these trials and tribulations. And it only makes us stronger. It only builds character. But we must let the youth see that strength in us, because they'll be stronger than you ever. Again, my name is Mubarak Lawrence. I work in the community with kids all the time, of all ages. I'm a near-peer mentor, and I really want the youth to leave here today inspired and happy that they've accomplished a goal. And every day you must set a new goal. You must learn at least one thing once a day. And by the end of the year, you will have learned 365 things. And those are the goals you can set for yourself. They're small, but they're monumental when you complete them all. Thank you.
Students, teachers, parents, guests, and of course the mayor of Philadelphia, to our wonderful campus, my home away from home, Girard College. My name is Bamidele Ido, and I am the president of the student body here at Girard. Today, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Girard's new president, Mr. Clarence Armbruster. In our very first chapel this school year, Mr. Armbruster, who was a former chief of staff to the mayor, reintroduced Girard College's core values: respect, responsibility, compassion, integrity, and self-discipline. In my 10 years at Girard, these values were set forth for all of our students to have a brighter, effective, and successful future. He emphasized to us that success is not the result of a spontaneous combustion. You must set yourself on fire. Now let me say that again, because he clarified that twice. Success is not the result of a spontaneous combustion. You must set yourself on fire. I watched the eyes of both the lower school and upper school students illuminate as they watched our president lit up a spark describing this quote. What I personally received from this quote was that in order to succeed, you have to push yourself and run that extra mile. I'm sure you heard that all the time, but it's really true. Because as a senior, looking back at all of the freshmen, being here right now, it's an accomplishment. You should take pride in this, because like he said, attending class every single day gives you that pathway to success, and you will exceed. At Girard, we appreciate Mr. Armbruster's excitement and joy in recognizing the potential in all of our students. His dedication extends to his family, his work, and Girard College. Please welcome Mr. Armbruster. Thank you.
Thank you, Bami, for that gracious, gracious introduction. I just have to take one moment and go off script for a second. The quote that he talked about, which has become my personal mantra, success is not the result of a spontaneous combustion. You must set yourself on fire. And I've kind of tried to show that and live that with our students here. But you know, it's a special day. This is one of the ironies of life. Today, I got a note from our lower school residential dean, who, like many of us, subscribes to a daily quote or inspiration. And she sent me her quote for the day. Anybody guess what it said? Success is not the result of a spontaneous combustion. You must set yourself on fire. And it had authors unknown. So I won't bore you with the source of that, but it was just ironic that today she sent me that note and said that was her daily inspirational thought for today. Well, a man who needs no introduction, but it is my pleasure to introduce the education mayor. I'm proud to say that I worked with the mayor as his chief of staff from his first day in office, January 7th, 2008, up until June of 2011. Now, if you saw the photo in Sunday's Inquirer of Mayor Nutter rappelling, that's right, rappelling 280 feet from the top of Penn Center Plaza Tower 3, you know two things. One, I was no longer his chief of staff because I would never have let him do that. No, but the second and most important thing, you know that he has a sincere sense of determination. In terms of education, he first identified serious problems with the graduation rates of our high schoolers in Philadelphia, and then he proceeded to address that problem. In 2008, on our very first day, he signed an executive order establishing the Office of Education to encourage communication and collaboration among the many key partners that are stakeholders in the successful futures of all of our students in the city of Philadelphia. And in addition, he set two important goals. One was to increase the high school graduation rate to 80% by 2015. And you, by showing your steadfastness in terms of going to school, are well on your way to helping us achieve that goal. So I just want to stop for a moment and give yourselves a hand for doing that. The second goal he established was to double the percentage of residents with a four-year college degree to 36% by 2018, underscoring and recognizing the importance of, if you want to have a healthy, growing city, you need to have people who are well educated. And again, you are on your way to doing that. Examples of some of the programs initiated during his tenure are Philadelphia Reads, which provides mentors, resources, and advocacy for in-school and after-school and summer programs. Philly Goes to College, a resource and information center that works with Philadelphians of any age who wish to get a college degree. Graduation Coach Campaign, a citywide grassroots effort that is an adult intervention strategy for helping students get to and through high school, college, and on to other careers. And Returning to Learning Partnership, a 25% tuition discount program for full-time city residents, in some cases spouses and dependents as well, in partnership with several area colleges and universities. At Girard College, and for me personally, I applaud Mayor Nutter's courage in recognizing a serious need and doing something about it. We had a term for that when we were in office, GSD, get stuff done, although we might have used a different word, but we said get stuff done. His commitment to education is not unlike that of our founder, Stephen Girard, who upon his death in 1831 left the bulk of his estate to Philadelphia to establish a school that would improve the futures of an underserved segment of our population. Stephen Girard believed that only with rigorous education could lives be changed. And the mayor and I often think about the fact that as two young African-American men growing up in cities, how much our lives have been changed by education. We met at the University of Pennsylvania and have remained steadfast friends ever since. There's no reason why you cannot have the same future. And I know Mayor Nutter would tell you the same thing. So I am pleased, proud, and privileged to present my friend, the education mayor of the city of Philadelphia, the Honorable Michael A. Nutter.
Good afternoon, everyone. And this is actually it's the first time I get to say this in public. It is so good to see you, President Armbruster, here at Girard College. Please give it up for our new president here at Girard. The thing about it is that, of course, Clay, being the understated guy that he is, President Armbruster, rather, all of the things that he laid out that are a part of kind of my record, all of them happened pretty much during the time that Clay was our chief of staff, and really helped to keep focus, coordinated effort. We went through some very, very tough times, and certainly as you grow older, you'll hear people talk about folks that you would, if you had a big fight or if you were in some trouble or something, you'd like to be in a foxhole with them. I'll be in any foxhole that Clay is in, because he's a guy that knows how to get stuff done, but also takes the right stand, does it on principle, and knows how to keep things together. So we're very, very proud of him, and I was most excited when Girard decided to make him the president of this great institution. Along with a number of others, Girard is a part of the Board of City Trust. And a number of years ago, I actually became a member of the Board of City Trust, and we are ultimately responsible for Girard. So it's a new dynamic and a new relationship, but I'm so very excited. Let me also thank and recognize Sam Moore, marketing coordinator for Temple University. Let's give Sam a big round of applause. Mubarak Lawrence, who you heard from earlier, is a college and post-secondary specialist at Philadelphia Academies, which is actually the organization that my wife is the president of. Mubarak was actually with the city before in our Office of Education. So I teased him just a little while ago and said, you left this nutter to go to the better nutter, my wife. Let me also thank Shane Dowd, the Mayor's Office of Education, and Kathy Loney, who was President Armbruster's executive assistant in the city when he was there. They both are so dedicated and committed to this program, and Kathy is actually virtually a personal ticketron. She keeps track of all of the tickets for us, and I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes. I mentioned Temple University and Temple Athletics in particular. They have donated 652 tickets to the Mayor's VIP program. And they're not only, of course, a great institution, but they're also a Philadelphia standout and a wonderful partner with us in so many different ways. This is our first VIP event for the 2012-2013 school year. We have a number of these during the course of the year. And I'm very, very excited to have this kickoff today. We want to recognize young people who have perfect attendance. More than 3,000 school district, charter schools, private schools, and archdiocesan students from 75 area high schools had perfect attendance for September and October. Unfortunately, as I recall my high school career, I think I would not be eligible for these tickets, but I am so excited. Perfect attendance is, again, one of those indicators of a young person and their parents and guardian who are paying attention to their education, who are focused on getting their full educational opportunity. And quality education, as President Armbruster mentioned, is one of the most important things to me. I would not be standing here before you today as the 98th mayor of the city of Philadelphia, my hometown, but for the opportunity to get a great education. And all of you go, of course, to some really great schools. As I was coming down Corinthian Street, I saw in the back, I guess there's a field, right behind the main building as you look at Girard. I went to high school right down the street at St. Joe's Prep, and it looks like the prep is in the back practicing. They're having a particularly good season. They got much better after I left, and I, of course, wish them the best. It is never too early. It's early on in the academic year, and you're all different ages, different grades in high school. But it is never too early to already be very focused on your future, on your education. And at the moment, somebody might ask you, well, what do you think you want to be when you grow up? Now, on a personal level, so when I was in high school, I wanted to be a doctor. Obviously, that didn't work out too well. But my focus and my passion was also about getting a good education. And when you get a good education, you can go on and do any number of different things. You'll be able to transfer those skills into what profession you ultimately pursue. I want to commend you for your focus, for your commitment, and whether it's perfect attendance or getting A's and B's or scoring high on tests, all of these are critical elements to your future. You have those factors in your hands, and you can determine that you will study. You can determine that you will go to school. You can determine that you'll take your studies seriously. And I want you to take that level of personal responsibility about what it is that you're doing. I also want to thank the parents and guardians. I see many of them here. I'm going to ask the young people, give your parents and guardians a big, big round of applause. They care so much about you. Education takes place not just in the classroom, not just within the four walls of a building somewhere. Education, again, must be reemphasized at home. Parents asking, and we know parents will not, I'm here to tell you today, young folks, that there's no parent in Philadelphia who's going to fall anymore for the oldest trick in the book, which is, we didn't get any homework today. You get homework almost all the time. We know it, you know it, you just need to kind of deal with it. And so parents asking about homework and what's the latest math that you're taking, or what's going on in a geography class or world history, or whatever the case may be. Parental engagement and involvement with young people has been demonstrated through numerous studies to be one of the most critical factors, because of course parents and guardians are the first teachers. Before you ever get to school, it's really mom, dad, aunt, uncle, someone, some adult in your life who's paying attention to what's going on to make sure that you're focused and on track. And so I want to thank all of our parents and guardians, our staffs at various schools, and people who are committed to the future of young people. Let me congratulate you again on your achievement and look forward to seeing you, whether it's at one of the ball games or concerts or events or whatever the case may be. This was our idea about, is there something else we can do? Not so much that you're going to go to school all the time just so you can get tickets, or try to, get a high mark just to get tickets. That's not really the issue. I mean, it's a little bit of an incentive, but we want you to do that anyway. This is really more about, could we give a little bit of a reward? Could we recognize young people who are doing the right thing? There are so many folks who are negative about young people out here. And, if 5 young people get in trouble, that's immediately on the news. But if 100 young people got scholarships to the best colleges and universities all across the United States of America, I've said this before, I'll say it again, they'd have to run down Broad Street naked with their heads on fire to get somebody to pay attention. And that's just not right. When young people do the right thing, we need to celebrate it, we need to lift them up, we need to talk about it and push them and make sure that they're getting the recognition that they deserve. So this was just one of our ideas about, we get these tickets, we have these events, there are all kinds of activities, and we just changed the entire process and said, let's get a bunch of them out to young people who are doing the right thing. Let's send some to our senior citizens. Let's let Philadelphians, go in a little bit of a lottery, and some can get to go where in the past it was only for an exclusive set of folks. This is your city. These are your facilities. This is your government. And the things that we have and the things that we do and the things that we can share, we want to share with all of you. And if that's just a little extra incentive, if that makes you feel just a little more special, there's nothing wrong with that. It's the right thing to do. So I am very, very excited. As Clay mentioned, when if he were chief of staff, although I smartly actually didn't tell the chief of staff that I was going to do the rappelling off of the building, but they also keep things from me. So I'm about to unveil this. There's a new logo. Apparently we didn't really have a logo before. And so I'm going to unveil the first official Mayor's VIP program logo, which I have not seen. So I have no idea what I'm about to unveil. But, our program has grown steadily since 2008. And including today's tickets, the VIP program has distributed 6,000 6,402 tickets to young people all across the city of Philadelphia. Our hope is that this logo will now create a brand. I know the young folks know about branding and marketing and all that kind of stuff, and we want to continue to grow this program. So I want to thank Integrity Design for their graphic work on this logo. And now my notes say, and now the mayor's VIP logo, flip the page to unveil the new logo. I'm just following my remarks here. So here we go. Get like a drum roll or a beat box. Countdown. So I guess you'll be seeing that around, or we'll put it on a bunch of our things, and that's it. So did I do everything well? Follow instructions. Okay. Yeah. When I do what you guys tell me, it usually all works out. Keep being serious about your education. Continue to have fun, and I know at times those ideas might be in conflict with each other. School is not always fun. I get that. We do want to at least make it interesting. And we want to pique your interest and grab your attention, and we want you to go to school every day. We want you to graduate from school. We want you to go on to higher learning. Some say that college is not for everyone, and I agree with that. But furthering your education is. Being a lifelong learner is the most important thing. Whether you go to 2-year, 4-year, a trade school, a technical school, whatever it is that you're going to do, unfortunately, I have to assure you that just graduating from high school, just having a high school diploma in the 21st century is nowhere near enough. You have to go on to higher education and learning. It's going to affect your employment opportunities. It's clearly going to affect your money. Does anybody here like making money? Okay. So the difference in earnings, difference in lifelong earnings between a high school graduate and someone who dropped out is, it's $1 million. It's $1 million. And the difference between a high school graduate's earnings and a college graduate's earnings is $2 million over the course of your work life. So if you want to have a career and if you like money, and those two aren't at odds with each other, you absolutely positively want to stay in school. In the global economy, in the changing 21st century, unfortunately, a high school diploma is just not going to be enough. It's a key to getting to the next level. You have to do that. But then you have to go further. Be a lifelong learner and be a good citizen. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.